Let's take a look at this game tonight in highlight version, and we'll start in the first quarter. Blistering open for BYU on defense. Zach Stout absolutely blows that play up, causing a safety, giving BYU a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I love the blitz there that Nick Cowell dialed up. Two backers to the A gaps, which is the two gaps next to the center. They're able to get the safety.
BYU's offense would take that momentum and run with it. Jordan Leslie. Look at the receiver weave his way in and out of that Houston defense. 35 yards for Leslie, and BYU just getting rolling. Jamal Williams, 11 tough yards. The first of his 2 touchdowns. BYU up 9-0. Into the second quarter. BYU's defense coming up big. Blocked field goal, so they're pitching a shutout at this point. Everything going BYU's way, Brian.
Oh, yeah. At this point, BYU had the momentum. You know, they had the confidence. They had that swag-goo going. You got the quarterback running down the sideline, you know, running over people. Jamal and Adam Hine, Mitch Matthews getting involved as well. Everything clicking on all cylinders for the BYU Cougars at this point.
Houston would finally get on the board. Kyle Bullard hitting a 29-yard field goal, 23-3. But then the ball started to bounce and fall into Houston's arms.
Yeah, you had that momentum swing and just the little things like tip balls, receivers and running backs not taking care of the ball while running down the field, and then turnovers happen.
And credit John O'Corn, the Houston quarterback. He'd been shaky early this year, but he seemed to settle down, David, once Houston got some of that momentum and started to drive his team down the field.
Well, when you look at the scout report on John O'Corn, he's most effective when he's outside the pocket. We saw the Hail Mary. We saw that was more of a step in the pocket. But we saw some other plays outside the pocket that he's able to complete. But you're right, he did get comfortable. Then, of course, BYU, Jurgens goes down and fumbles the ball right before half and puts BYU's defense in a big bind after coming off a long series before that.
Jurgens has to understand right there.
Mental error, perhaps.
He has to understand. Just get out of bounds. At that point, don't try to get an extra three yards and then turn the ball over.
Last play of the half, John O'Corn after that fumble, and Houston takes advantage of it. Unbelievable catch by Daniel Spencer, out jumping the BYU defense, and the air entirely went out of the stadium. BYU started their second half scoring with a field goal by Trevor Sampson into the fourth quarter. Crucial time right here. Taysom Hill under duress, but he just finds a way to make a play.
Yeah, that's Taysom being the athlete that he is, and he realized the pressure was on the outside. He had a gap with the interior and took advantage of it.
Jamal Williams, his second touchdown run from 2 yards out. BYU up 33-15. It's over, right?
Turn the other way. Rob Daniel at the corner. You have to turn the other way. He controlled the route well. Great defense. But that slight hesitation caused for the ball to be thrown over his head.
Just like that, Houston right back into it. Trayvon Stewart intercepts Taysom Hill, taking it away from Jurgens once again. Field goal made it 33-25. BYU's offense able to hold on to the ball, get first downs through Jamal Williams and Taysom Hill at the end of the game. But really, the only word I can think of is interesting.
Well, you look at those stats, 10 rushing yards by this Houston offense. They really abandoned the run after the first quarter. They saw BYU's defense attacking it, and they knew that BYU's defense had their numbers, so they abandoned. They went 10 personnel, which means one running back, no tight ends. Yep. They decided to go spread it out and air it out, and they took advantage of BYU's defense that way, passing for 315 yards.